Hello, wrestling fans. Welcome to SICW Wrestling Explosion. We've got a great episode for you today. The 400-pound plus monster Troll takes on the Belleville Brawler, Bobby D. Newcomer Dylan Bass takes on the man from Venice Beach, Britton Tucker. And we follow up on last week's episode, taking a look at some classic action from the early 1960s with Joe Garagiola calling the action, and we'll get right to it after a word from these sponsors.
The old season is over. The new season is coming. The Gateway Grizzlies are building for a spectacular campaign. The talent will be strong, hard-hitting, solid defense, reliable pitching. Plus, as always, the Grizzlies will have a schedule of superb promotions. It will be fun for the entire family at the right price. The Grizzlies were named the Frontier League Organization of the Year. The home for all this baseball excitement is the remarkable GCS Ballpark. Make plans now to enjoy baseball the way it should be in 2015. For more information and updates, go to gatewaygrizzlies.com.
Unique and affordable gifts and collectibles on the internet are available at the Black Bear Haversack Trading Post. Go to blackbearhaversack.com. Semi-precious stones, bone horn and soapstone items, abalone shells, genuine coyote and water buffalo teeth pendants, products for Civil War, medieval, and Renaissance reenactments, and so much more. For a 10% discount, mention SICW number 7 when you place your order. It's blackbearhaversack.com for top quality at reduced prices.
All right, fans, here we go. I'm Drew Abbenhouse, and we're taking a look at some newcomers here to SICW. This is Britton Tucker in the corner watching Dylan Bass do some push-ups. Oh, and that was a trap. Britton Tucker challenged Dylan Bass to a push-up contest there. Britton Tucker, of course, has been the resident wrestler, sort of chiseled out of stone. Of course, brags that he's from Venice Beach, California. That is the mecca of bodybuilding. And Britton Tucker here taking on a man, and this is his first appearance in the gray trunks in SICW, Dylan Bass, with a nice chop to the chest of Britton Tucker. And Dylan Bass, he's quite the physical specimen. Whoop, ducking that clothesline, going for a quick roll up there. Is he? Oh, only for a 1 count. Almost got this victory under his belt very quickly. Dylan Bass taking the battle right to Britton Tucker. Nice body slam right in the center of the ring. Now, this should be a very nice matchup here. Both of these men very well conditioned. And there's Dylan Bass. Nice splash in the corner. Following it up with that bulldog. Tremendous, tremendous work. Going for the pin. Oh, flashing forward a little later in the matchup here. Britton Tucker whipping Dylan Bass right into the corner. Following it up with that nice jumping punch. That was an interesting maneuver right there. Now, these are two guys, look like they're similar heights, similar weights. I believe Dylan Bass had about 5 or 10 pounds on Britton Tucker. But both of these men, not quite mirror images, but very similar. Oh, there's Dylan Bass scouting out that elbow ahead of time. Oh, there he is, Britton Tucker. Look at that. He caught Dylan Bass. And just slams him right into the middle of the ring. I think that's going to do it. No, sir. Dylan Bass kicking out at 2. Maybe a little bit of a lackadaisical cover from Britton Tucker. Barely grabbing the inside leg. If he did that with a little more authority, that might have done it right there for Britton Tucker. And you have to wonder what he's thinking. He's used to being the more well-conditioned, the greater physical specimen in these contests, and here he is face to face with someone who's pretty jacked himself. Dylan Bass may have just a little bit more mass to him than Britton Tucker. Oh, and there's Dylan Bass scouting out Britton Tucker and nailing him with sort of a stunner variation there, and both men laid out here. This has been a great contest. Referee Terry Riley administering the count. We'll see what happens. Both of these men, I'm sure, drained of oxygen. There's Dylan Bass with his arm over. Oh, and Britton Tucker getting the right shoulder up at 2.5, maybe 2 3/4. This is a great look at two of the newcomers, two up-and-comers here in SICW. And I tell you what, these are both tremendous competitors. The SICW locker room gonna have to look out for both of these gentlemen in the future. Oh, and here they are just trading blows. Britton Tucker. Oh, he's going for that fall-away slam that we've seen him employ here in recent months for victory. That didn't work out. Calling an audible, going for a body slam, it looks like, and nailing it. There he is. He's feeling this one. I think he's got it, folks. Are you kidding me? Dylan Bass getting that left shoulder up. Britton Tucker has to be wondering what he has to do to keep this man down. And what a tremendous feather under the cap of Dylan Bass. Oh, and folks, we just heard the bell. I think that did it, folks. That was a time limit draw. We've run out of TV time on this contest. Dylan Bass, Britton Tucker, a time limit draw.
Let Custom Truck Upholstery give your vehicle a facelift. Visit us on 707 North 20th Street in East St. Louis, Illinois. Custom Truck Upholstery merges old world craftsmanship and attention to detail with the latest in modern technology to make your car, truck, boat, or motorcycle look like new. Call Custom Truck Upholstery at 618-875-9850.
If you and your friends are looking for a great time, visit Stoney's Sports Pub at 3001 West Main in Belleville, Illinois. Gather your friends for some of the coldest beers and specials and join some of the best sports talk around. Don't forget to say hello to Shane Freeman and his very friendly staff. If you're looking for a great place to kick back and relax, it's Stoney's Sports Pub at 3001 West Main in Belleville, Illinois. Again, that address is Stoney's Sports Pub at 3001 West Main in Belleville, Illinois. We'll see you there.
Okay, folks, our second matchup today underway. Here we look at the man gazing off at God knows what. The 400-plus pound monster Troll stomping holes into the chest of SICW's Belleville brawler, Bobby D. Now, these are two of SICW's toughest men. Of course, oh, look at Troll. He's trying to throw Bobby D over the top rope. Referee Jay King has to remind him throwing a man over the top rope, that's a disqualification in SICW. And there's Bobby D taking advantage of the Troll's distraction, lighting him up with those kicks. But, of course, that Troll, as I've mentioned before, like a Sherman tank, he can take punishment and continue moving forward as well as, if not better, than anyone in SICW. Oh, and there you see he's just brutal and mean. Forget the rules of the match, just raking the eyes of Bobby D right in front of the referee. And look at the look on Troll's face. Jay King better watch out. My goodness. And there he is again, right in front of the ref. Just putting all of that weight right on the back of Bobby D's neck as his throat is draped over that steel cable. One of these days, we're going to have to see if we can get a few words out of Troll to find out exactly what his motivations are here in SICW. Just relentless with this assault, but I'm not sure winning contests is his priority, as we've seen before. Choking, raking eyes. Oh, and look at that. What a T-bone suplex from Troll. Although he likes to employ those brutal moves, he is not at a lack of some fundamental tactics there. But then again, following up that nice suplex, he could have gone for a pinfall. Instead, he decided to stand on the man's throat. Oh, look at that. Greg Valentine, eat your heart out. Troll dropping that elbow right into the crown of the skull of Bobby D and following it up with a sleeper hold. But then again, mixing it up, going right for the eyes and biting the man. I'm not sure if Troll is looking for his share of the winner's check or some sort of dinner here tonight. Kicking Bobby D right outside of the ring, but not to take a moment's rest. Troll staying right on top of Bobby, ramming his head face first right into the edge of the apron, the hardest part of the ring. Not once, but twice. If Bobby D's not unconscious outside of the ring, it's only because his will, his spirit, is stronger than his body. There's again Troll sliding in the ring and sliding out, just enough to break up the count from referee Jay King. It's like he's toying with his prey, is Troll. And Bobby D about to be the victim of and he, with the wherewithal to get out of the way, 400 pounds plus of momentum crashing into the metal. And Bobby D, here he is using the momentary momentum switch. My God, with that top rope plancha, landing on Troll and then landing on his own feet is Bobby D. The resilience of this man is unmeasurable. Look at that. His strength is pretty darn nice as well. Getting that man, this Troll, I hesitate to call him a man, getting him right into the center of the ring to attempt a pinfall. But like I said, we've seen this Troll absorb numerous chair shots from Ron Powers, chops from Chaz Wesson, all sorts of damage. So I don't know that we've seen exactly what would keep this man down for the 3 count. But I tell you what, Bobby D, one of SICW's strongest fighters, not afraid of anyone, will bring the fight to any man. As you see here, the second consecutive splash, that running clothesline into the corner. The third clothesline, but the Troll not losing his composure. He can't get this man off of his feet. Bobby D staying on him. That's the 5th or 6th strike. Oh, is this tree gonna fall? Oh, down to one knee is the Troll. That's quite the accomplishment in and of itself from Bobby D. And here he is capitalizing on his advantage here. Looks like he's going to take this dive off the ropes, going for a cross body block. He's got it. Can he get it right? Oh, too far into the ropes. That's got to be heartbreaking for Bobby D. Troll, how lucky that he landed practically under the ropes. But look at that. Not resting for 1 second, he saw the momentary advantage and stuck those fingers right into the face, the eyes of Bobby D to get things swinging back in his favor. Look at him, he's grabbing him by the ears. Look at that look on his face again when he looks at Jay King. This Troll, he's a murderous creature. Once again, looks like he's trying to dump Bobby over the ropes. Jay King stopping him again. That is not legal in SICW. Here's Bobby D. You can't give him a moment's rest. You've got to kill Bobby D to get him to stop fighting. The Troll just ramming it, driving the air out of the... Oh, and he did it. He did it. 3rd time's the charm. Troll does not give a darn, tossing Bobby D right over the top rope. Jay King's called for the bell. Referee calling for the disqualification again, throwing your opponent over the top rope. A disqualification in SICW. Bobby D, your victor here today. Although Troll standing tall.
Belleville Mechanical Incorporated is the place to go for commercial and industrial heating, ventilation, air conditioning, and refrigerating work. Their Union Sheet Metal shop is the most modern, well-equipped in southwestern Illinois. Their work on the SIUE Engineering Building won Belleville Mechanical the Madigan Special Merit Award for new construction. Call 233-0081 for information. Belleville Mechanical will fabricate ductwork and custom fittings to your specifications. The highest union quality, superb workmanship, state-of-the-art equipment. Contact Belleville Mechanical.
Ladies and gentlemen, continuing where we left off last week, we travel back to the early 1960s as the one and only Joe Garagiola calls some great classic St. Louis wrestling action as Pat O'Connor takes on Lorenzo Parente. Joe, take it away.
And our two boys at work here, Parente and O'Connor. You know, you don't realize what goes on in the telecast when you sit home and watch a particular show. Right now, Tim Maritsuga's on the top camera. He's been protecting the shots because we've had some problems with our bottom camera here. And he's really had to maneuver it until Ted Wallman gets in action. Now, as soon as he gets his shot, I'll point it out to you just to show you how much work's been going on that top camera. He's rolling around now. Still Maritsuga on this shot. There's the first shot that he's had in some 3 or 4 minutes. And if I hadn't said anything, you would never have known it. Great crew. And I appreciate the work that they do, and the last was a paid political announcement. No, we have a lot of fun here, and we got a good crew. And you hear it said many times, but unless you got a good crew, you just can't have a good show. Lorenzo Parente and Pat O'Connor, meanwhile, back at the ranch, continue with head scissors and leg locks, and look at here. And the crowd loves it. A tremendous exhibition of wrestling by Pat O'Connor and young Lorenzo Parente. O'Connor with the years, but young in body. Charlie Venator's the referee. Yes, sir, the crowd likes this one. And we've got as nice a crowd here tonight as you've ever seen. As the expression goes, they all washed up nicely. Got a fella sitting here with his hands folded in case the accident happens. He's ready. His wife is just across the table and just went, ooh. Parente and O'Connor. A headlock by Parente. Here we go. Kingside. Oh, there. I mean, hey, that didn't take long. We didn't even get to Kingside with Lindell.
10 minutes have elapsed. 10 minutes remaining.
Lorenzo Parente applying the pressure as he grunts and squeezes. And O'Connor says, where's the buffering? Charlie Venator bouncing around. Charlie's had a pretty easy night of it. Boy, he's had some nights here when he could have thought of 1,000 things he'd rather do. Hey, here we go. Kingside. Whoop! Hello. Boy, that's a lot of raviolis. Hit and run. Whoop. Hey, how about that maneuver? You gotta like that. You gotta like it. There's Roy May, Arthur Godfrey.
SICW is pleased to welcome as a new sponsor Warma Witter Chrysler and Associates Inc., independent insurance agent specializing in public entity insurance. For all your insurance needs, contact Bradley J. Chrysler at 618-632-7555, extension 806. That's 618-632-7555. When it comes to customer service for your insurance coverage, let Warma Witter Chrysler and Associates assist you.
If you're like me, I know you really enjoyed that Parenti-O'Connor match, and we've asked Pat O'Connor to come out just to talk to him about some of these holes that he's using. Pat, come on over here. Pat O'Connor, how about that? I could talk to the champion like that. I said, Pat, come on over here like I could lick you or something. But, Pat, it's nice of you to come on out. I know you've had a tough match, but the fans, I know, enjoyed it. Tell us about some of the holes. First of all, a headlock. Now, you see it looks so easy in the ring. What's so tough about a headlock besides strength?
Well, Joe, the tough part about these holes is always the way you apply them, and it's not just actually putting an arm around a man's neck. You know, this hole was made very famous by one of the greatest and one of the most famous of all wrestlers, Ed Strangler Lewis. He was a great wrestler for many years, and he made this hole famous, and I'll show you exactly how he taught me. Now,
you got a nice slick head to work with.
That's right. Now,
you got to agree.
Ed Lewis showed me how to put the ends of the fingers under your jawbone there and then hold on. Now,
Whoa, I see what you're doing now. It's really here that hurts.
Absolutely.
It isn't across here.
That's right.
I see. You don't have to brush between meals when you do that, right?
Not exactly, no.
And what was that thing you did to Parenti where you had his arm back here? What is that a particular hole?
Well, that is known as a hammerlock. In wrestling jargon, it's known as a chicken wing. And it's a very tough hole. It's a tough hole to get out because simply you are behind the man when you have it applied. There are several ways of putting that on. There's one way we can put it on this.
I don't know where I'm going.
And there's the second side is like that, where I hold it there like that.
And you're just going up with it.
That's right. I just pull it right up on it.
What does that do? It's getting me off balance is what it's doing for one thing.
Absolutely, it's getting you off balance. That's what I mean to do. I'll get you off balance, then I put you down on the mat. While I've got that, and then it's tough to get out of.
Well, you're really not applying that much pressure, but I am off balance all the time.
Joe, the reason I'm not applying that much pressure because it's Joe, Garrett Joe.
I see. Okay, all right. I got now. The one I want to ask you about, though, let me take my coat off first, though. I'm not going to challenge you, my friend.
You're not going to challenge me, but you look like it.
The one you put on Parenti now, it has to be your favorite. Now, what do you call that?
I call that the reverse rolling cradle. And I've used it many, many times, and in fact, it's proven a tremendous match winner for me, Joe. I've won a lot of championship matches with this hole.
What's the key to that hole?
The key to that hole is to get a man off balance and roll him over backwards. This is the professional style. Do it the collegiate style, you're rolling forward.
Now, what do you call that?
Reverse rolling cradle.
Now, do you have to get in a particular position to do that?
Well, Joe, not too much. Just that I'm behind a man. Once I get behind here, I have command of that situation.
Now, we'll do it kind of like in slow motion. Now, you're behind me, we'll say. Now, what would you do? All right.
See where my right foot is?
Yes.
My left is right behind you, so all I do is this.
Oh! and now I can't get up. Huh?
No, Joe, you can't get up. This is my match winner.
Now I can't get my shoulders up. Now what do I do?
You just count it down. There's a 3-pin there.
Now, don't put a whole lot of pressure on me, but just kind of like you're trying to pin me. I see. Hey, you got me. Hey, while I'm down here, I might as well give me the matches and I'll sign off. Gordon and Kiyomuka, that was a draw. Valentine beat Fraser. O'Connor beat Parenti and Garagiola. Johnny Costas. And, you know, that really smarts. Where'd you learn this hole?
I learned it in collegiate, then, of course, on the professional match.
Do you work out in a gym and do these kind of things?
Yes, I do.
How long can you keep a guy down here? As long as you want?
Yes.
Did anybody teach you this hole?
Yes, I worked at it on a number of years.
You know, I'm getting why I'm enjoying it down here, Pat. Pat, we certainly enjoy it.
Joe? And
now I'm going to try to get up. Will you try to unlock me?
The champion! Pat, thank you very, very much.
My pleasure, Joe.
Real nice. United States heavyweight champion Pat O'Connor. I know our fans appreciate it and continue good luck.
Thank you.
Real good. And that's it. Hope you enjoyed it. Good night, everybody.
Farm music and fun. The place to party is Pop's nightclub and concert venue in Sojay. From Bruno Mars of the first U.S. tour of Nickelback to Flogging Molly or the Insane Clown Posse, 30 years of memories pack Pop's concert venue with more made at every news show. And there's a party at Pop's nightclub every night, a melting pot of friends enjoy the best in dance, rock, pop, and top 40 music until 5:30 a.m. Plus add a full game room. Check out all the action at popsrocks.com. Then and now, the place to party is Pop's in Sojay.
From the World Series champion Tigers in '45 to the Gateway Grizzlies to the '03 State Tournament Belleville East Lancers. A tradition in baseball and an even longer tradition in fine furniture and service. Miller Furniture, 1004 East Main in Belleville.
Troll for throwing Bobby D over the top rope. Throwing your opponent over the top rope is an automatic disqualification.